How should I be spending my time right now as a real estate investor to get ahead in this time of crisis? We're going to talk about that coming right up. What's going on, guys? Mattier here, host of the Millionaire Mindcast podcast, founder of the Rich Life Academy. And one of the biggest things that I'm seeing right now in this transition, this time of forcing people to rework their schedules and work environments, to revise their habits and their routines and recalibrate their goals, this feeling of being a little lost. There's a lot of dust that is floating out in the air right now that creates a lack of clarity for a lot of people on what to do and how to respond. And I wanted to create this video today to offer a few insights that you might be able to account for in your action plan moving forward and see if they serve your goals. Number one is gonna be defense. If you're a real estate investor right now and you own any type of real estate asset, now more than ever is going to be a time where you wanna challenge yourself to elevate your game as a real estate operator. So in times like right now, I'm going to my lenders and I am communicating and having a conversation with them as I want to be proactive in controlling the narrative and controlling the confidence that those lenders have in me to service my loans and my debt and to maintain those in good order. Number two is I'm working with my tenants. I've reached out and been proactive to every single tenant in my buildings to see, number one, if they're going to be able to pay their rent and plan on paying their rent, to ensure that I'm going to be able to pay my liabilities as a landlord, right, and service my debt and keep the operating costs covered for the building tenants to enjoy, whether that's in my commercial centers of them operating their businesses out of there, or people laying their heads there knowing that, of course, the building is being taken care of. So I'm working with my tenants right now to get a better idea of where they're at and what they're going through, and to let them know, of course, because we're all in this together, hashtag Team Human, that I'm gonna work with them to get through these unprecedented and challenging times because we've never dealt with this before. Number three is I am talking and discussing the current status and plan with all of my investors that have trusted me with their money as they have invested in assets and deals that I manage. So making sure that I'm being proactive and letting the investors know how we are navigating these times and what we're doing and how we're protecting their investment and the downside and going to come out of this whole and stable and strong is something that you want to be on the front end of. Number four is the property management. Getting extremely intimate in the systems and the processes, in how you communicate and respond and maintain and do or don't do certain things with your real estate assets. Stewards of the property are gonna be the individuals who thrive in times right now. So make sure you are doubling down on the effort and the energy and the attention that you are putting into the management of your assets. So that is just a few examples of how you can play defense as a real estate investor right now. I don't want to see you losing ground that you've worked so hard to cover over the last decade, or over the last few years. So with that being said, now is the time more than ever to protect your assets, to protect your brand, to protect your relationships, to protect your income, and to have a plan for getting through these uncharted times and territories that we are currently navigating right now as real estate investors. Now let's talk a little bit about the offense. Whether you are a new real estate investor or a seasoned real estate investor, the one thing that you need to know is that the real estate market as we knew it 30 days ago, pre-coronavirus, is no longer that. And we are now trending downward in a depreciating market. There's gonna be an influx of inventory. Days on market are gonna go up because lenders are pulling the belt a little bit tighter on their financial criteria and lending guidelines. Now you're gonna see demand naturally get slashed because Many of the consumers who were qualifying for mortgages now no longer can because of loss of job or loss of income, or maybe just in general, the fear and the uncertainty of whether they're going to keep their jobs or where the economy is going to go or is it going to drop more is naturally going to compress the demand. So of course, simple supply and demand curve, as we see inventory spike and we see demand soften, we're going to see real estate prices cool down a little bit. We're going to see distress. We're going to see some hardship. We're going to see some notice of defaults where people can't keep up with their mortgage increasing. We're going to see some auctions and more inventory hit those auctions. We're going to see foreclosures take place, and we're going to see this cycle of the market come back again. So here's what you do need to know, and what you should be playing offensive on right now is doubling down on your relationships. Let me explain a little bit more. Now more than ever is the time that you want to be nurturing your existing relationships and doubling down and servicing those relationships as best you possibly can, as well as you want to be adding new alliances and relationships into your network and your database, knowing that the landscape of power players and power rankings are shifting and going to be changing, and you want to be on the right end of that transfer. With that being said, you want to be in contact with all of the people that are on the front lines who are going to be finding and coming across the opportunities that you as a real estate investor can benefit from. For example, I've been building as many relationships as I can on the phone right now and through Zoom calls with brokers, with real estate agents, with inspectors, with appraisers, with contractors, with stagers, with title and escrow officers, hard money lenders, private money lenders, practically anybody and everybody that I know is active in the market right now and is most likely gonna be someone, by being active, who comes across those deals, and by me being top of mind, they're gonna give me a call, and I'm gonna be at least the person or the group that's gonna put myself in a position when those opportunities more frequently come as the market shifts to capitalize on those and start scooping those up and riding them back up to the top again. Now, here are two things though that you need to take into account when we are determining when you should be buying in the next cycle. The dust needs to settle. So you're gonna wanna most likely wait for the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months for this thing to bottom out. You can never time the market. You can never catch a falling knife. And we know that back in 08 and 09, after everything happened, that wasn't the best buying opportunity. It was in 11, in 12, in 13, and that was the best buying opportunity. So just know that what you do today with your relationships is gonna set you up for big opportunity, big alliances, big reward when the market does bottom out and there really is true discounted, distressed opportunity in the market. You're not only capable and ready to pounce on those opportunities, you know you're gonna be the person who's gonna get the first shot at a lot of them because you put in the work right now on your relationships. So go on the offensive with your relationships, building alliances, adding value to people, getting in the inner circle, using these individuals as your board of advisors to keep you informed on what they're seeing out there, and two, responding accordingly and positioning yourself accordingly to capitalize on the discounted big buying opportunities that are coming. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be really exciting. I'm very optimistic about what is gonna happen. Big wealth transfers are gonna take place in real estate market cycles and crises like we're going to be moving into. So gear up, be ready. Hopefully this at least gets you thinking a little bit about what you should be doing and where you should be spending your time and what you can control, and most importantly, keep you focusing on the things that are gonna serve you in achieving your goals. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, be sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for more upcoming conversations. I got a webinar coming up with a bunch of real estate panelists and experts that you can sign up for. Check out the link in the show show description below so you can sign up for that, and you can see what myself and many of my other mentors are doing right now to not only protect ourselves in this downturn, but some of the exact strategies and actions we are taking to capitalize and thrive in what is coming right around the corner. Until next video, we'll see you guys then.